So what were you planning on doing with this 14-year-old?
We were gonna mess around.
Mess around? Okay. Were you planning on having sex with this 14-year-old?
Not necessarily.
Did you say you were gonna have sex with this 14? Was this 14-year-old gonna have sex with you?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure that maybe you possibly realize you got a problem,
I do, sir.
and you probably need to get some kind of counseling, some kind of help. You know what I mean? And
Yes, I do, sir.
and you're just saying what you think I want to hear. You know what I mean?
Either way, I'm wrong.
Yeah. Either way, you're wrong.
I am so wrong.
You wanted to make out with a
I
14-year-old.
got two. No, it's sneaky. Yeah.
You're a sneaky, dishonest person. Maybe not to me, but to your wife, certainly. Do you guys have an open marriage? So you're obviously a liar and a sneaky liar. Then why are you here?
It's an addiction.
It's sad, man. It's sad. You ruin your life over this shit.
You're right. You know, I don't really want. I don't want to be seen.
What's going on, buddy? You know how to get in that gate?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to meet somebody.
Yeah, who are you waiting to meet?
Nobody.
If you drive off, I'm gonna call the police. I don't have to call the police. Listen, man. 205XNA, I don't have to call the police. Listen, I don't call the police on everybody. I just want to talk to you and make sure you don't do this again. If you drive off, you're gonna go to jail. I'm telling you right now. Okay, I just want to talk to you. We have 150 catches. We have 71 arrests. The people that drive off and don't take accountability for being pieces of shits, I call the police on them, they go to jail. All right, I want to sit here and talk to you. I want you to shut the door and act like a man. All right, I mean, you're allowed to leave. I'm not a cop. But I already got your face, man. I already got your face. All right, I saw you the whole time. If you're not going to take any accountability, that's the people I call the police on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Who are you here to meet today? Let's stop with the bullshit, because you're already trying to bullshit. Who are you here to meet today? Tom. How old is Tom?
18.
And how old is Tom?
18.
Listen, man, I got every chat log here. You know how old Tom was. You wouldn't be hiding your face if you wouldn't be hiding your face. Are you doing something wrong right now? Do you want to test me with the police, man? Because I'm normally really nice.
What do you want to do, man?
I want to find out. I want to find out if you're going to be honest or if you're going to bullshit me.
Yeah, be honest.
Okay. How old was the person you were going to meet?
Okay, let me tell you something.
Okay.
I just got on. He was 18.
Okay, but what did he tell you he was, though?
Today?
When you've been talking to him for about 3 weeks. How did he tell you he was? Why were you so worried? Why were you so We're going to just go over the chat logs and then you can have your nice day. I just want you
15.
to be honest. Okay, we said we were 14, not 15. But 15 is just against the law as well as 14, okay?
Okay.
So what were you planning on doing with this 14-year-old?
We were gonna mess around.
Mess around? Okay. Were you planning on having sex with this 14-year-old?
Not necessarily.
Did you say you were gonna have sex with this 14? Was this 14-year-old gonna have sex with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So have you done this shit before?
No.
Okay. So I just want to go over these chat logs. I want you to realize that you're making a big fucking mistake by hurting our children in Broomfield.
You are.
You drove an hour to come meet this child. Am I embarrassing you?
Yes.
I mean, you're the one that's here to meet a 14-year-old, then you tried to drive off. That was pretty scummy, bro.
Okay, sir. What would you like from me?
Well, I would like to find out if,
you want me to sign something? You want me to say that I did something wrong? Yeah, I did something wrong.
No. I don't care if you say it. I want to know that if we don't call the police, that you're not going to do this shit again. I mean, you were super, super careful, which tells me you got experience doing this. The only reason why I record is in case you tell the cops that we did something to you that we didn't do, all right? Like I said, I'm not a cop. Your plate number's all we need. I just want to make sure that maybe you possibly realize you got a fucking problem.
I do, sir.
And you probably need to get some kind of counseling, some kind of help. You know what I mean? And
yes, I do, sir.
And you're just saying what you think I want to hear. You know what I mean?
How can I be more level-headed?
I don't know. Are you married?
Yes.
You are married? Wife? Husband?
Wife.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I was just wondering, what would she think about you being out here doing the things you're doing? She'd probably a good thing, right?
Probably for her.
Okay. Have you been with a child before?
No.
Never. Never met with a child before?
Never, ever.
Okay.
Sorry, I never have.
You shouldn't have done this, man. You shouldn't have done this, you know? This is not the thing to do. Do you know what it does to a child? Do you know what it does to a child?
I know what it did to me.
And here you are, right? Here you are. It destroys the child. Maybe that child says, yeah, I want to have sex, but they don't really know at 14, right? They really don't know. But you at 40, what are you, 48? Something like that? I just want to make sure that somebody knows that what you're out here doing, man. I want to make sure that maybe you in your head realize I probably should get some counseling for this shit. You know,
Do you have any recommendations?
I certainly do, and we can exchange numbers after I turn this off, because I don't want to put your number on a camera. Because if you don't get any kind of help or realize you're.
I actually have someone I'm talking to.
Then why are you here?
It's an addiction.
Okay. It is an addiction.
It's an addiction that You know, it wasn't my former drugs, former alcohol. I beat that. But going back to my childhood, just a terrible growing up phase with father and all that. So
Fucks you up, huh?
yeah.
So, but shouldn't that be enough ammo for you not to be to not continue the cycle? You know what I mean? Continuing the cycle is where we got a big problem.
It's an addiction, yeah.
It is an addiction, but I mean,
I know so much better.
You do, and you were very careful. You wouldn't give me a face picture. You wouldn't give me anything that would get you caught. That's what scares me about, have you done this before?
Right. Yeah.
And then when I get here, your first thing is, let's hide my face. Let's hide my face.
Well,
let's hide my face.
I don't, you know, I don't really want, I don't want to be seen.
Yeah. Well,
So what can I do?
basically, I think somebody's got to know. You know, somebody, your wife or the police.
My wife knows that I have struggled with an addiction too, so
Okay.
I go out and meet people.
Right. So I think the start would be to be honest with your wife, right?
I will.
And then at least I know that, hey, he's not, the police don't know, but maybe the wife will make sure he gets some help. If I call the police are 100% gonna, well, you'll probably have to call your wife, right?
Right.
Or you can call your wife and let her know who you're here meeting right now and see what
Yeah.
she thinks about this.
Okay.
You want to do that?
I can't catch her. She's a nurse and she works.
You couldn't catch her right now?
I could not, sir.
So I got to be honest with you, man. I do have to turn this into the police then. I do. Because you're out here meeting a kid. You're going to leave here, bro. You're not going to go tell your wife. You're not going to tell your
You
wife.
want me to call her and talk to her?
I thought you can't call her.
No, I'm not. Okay.
You know the best way to stay away from the police is not to meet up with fucking children.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I have a 14-year-old son. If that was my son you were meeting with, we wouldn't have cameras. I promise you that. You know what I mean? Thank God it wasn't my son, but I have a 14-year-old son. You were coming here to fuck a 14-year-old. I really don't like that, man. Well, no, you're right. He was gonna fuck you. He was gonna fuck you.
Either way, I'm wrong.
Yeah, either way, you're wrong.
I am so wrong.
You wanted to make out with a
grown-
14-year-old.
I got two grown sons.
How old are they? Ish.
25, 32.
What would they think about you, man?
Terrible.
Yeah.
They wouldn't want to see me again.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to see my
I'm being
dad.
so transparent with you right now.
It's sad, man. It's sad. You ruin your life over this shit.
You're right.
And if it's an addiction that you're actually meeting, I mean, I gave you so many outs, man. We've been talking for a month. I gave you so many outs, but you never walked away. You kept coming back. I'm Tommy. I am Tommy. That is my picture when I was 14.
Wow.
But this Tommy's not having sex with you today.
Right.
Did you bring the condoms and the lube?
No.
You didn't.
No, sir.
So you were gonna have sex with this guy? No. Okay, I'll be quiet when you're walking. I don't feel so.
No, I was not going to do that. I don't have that stuff. I was not going to do that.
I'm sure it's somewhere in the car. I'm not gonna search your car. I have no right to search your car. I'm not a cop. I want you to be held accountable. I want somebody to know.
I give you the name of my counsel.
No, I want you to call your wife and let her know what you're doing. I mean, you got to take accountability for it. Most people go to jail for this shit, man. You know that?
I know that.
You've committed several felonies. The only felony that's left off is you didn't show your dick pic yet because you were scared. But if I would have went to Snap, I probably would have got your penis picture because you kept trying to get me to Snap. Why'd you want me on Snap so bad? I just think
I'm guilty, man.
you are guilty, and we know you're guilty. If you would have drove off, bro, I have enough evidence anyways. I have everything I need here that would put you in jail, right here. All right, everything. I got every single chat from, I don't have them all. A couple pages at the end. We were in a hurry to meet you because you were getting here so fast, but I got it all. I got everything. I got everything.
These chats from Grindr, that's all you, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is?
Yeah.
What else it would be?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's nobody else, not your wife, right? You're
Right.
acting on your own. You're making
Right.
these decisions. You're the one that's texting this 14-year-old that you want to have sex with him, or he was going to have sex with you, oral and making out. And you were very careful till the last day. How come the sexual thing took so long? Till the last day, did you just kind of get a little, you just let go or what? Because you were very careful the first 28 days. Day 29, you just let loose.
I'm nervous.
But
Oh, shit. Well, what, man? What do you want from me?
like I said, I'm not the police. I either want you to call your wife or I'm just going to turn it into the police. I want to see what your wife thinks about this.
She's on a shift, man.
You can't get a hold of your wife.
I cannot
Then,
right
then we'd
now.
have to get, you just said you could try. That's probably your wife there.
No, it's a customer.
It's a customer. You got to be held accountable at some point, bro.
What do you want me to do? I will give you my phone number.
I don't need your phone number. I already
No,
got
no,
your
no.
phone number.
I will give you.
I don't want your counselor's phone number. She's not doing a very good job Because you're here. You're not doing a very good job. I'm not saying
So
you're
you're
counselor.
getting in trouble with my wife, so I get divorced.
I mean, you need to be held accountable. If I call the police, you go to jail. Do you want me to feel sorry for you, or do you want me to feel sorry for the 14-year-old you were about to fuck?
I want to be accountable. If you're with an organization, I want to be accountable to you.
Yeah.
I will meet with an accountability group. I will do whatever I need.
I think you need to do that irregardless of the situation. Even if the cops show up, I think you should do that because you obviously have a problem. You're here to have sex with a child.
You are right that I have a problem. I can't get a hold of my wife.
No way.
No way, sir. You're gonna call the police now?
I mean, we would have to. Somebody's got to know about this. If you can't get a hold of your wife, we have to call the police. Don't you agree? What would you
My life is.
What would you want me to do if I was doing this for your son?
I want you to call my counselor.
So say your son's 14 and some guy, some 50-year-old's trying to have sex with your 27 or your 14-year-old son. What do you want me to do? You want me to just let him walk away, or do you want me to have that son of a bitch go to jail for trying to fuck your son? What do you want me to do? Be honest. Be honest. Your son, what do you want me to do? You'd want me to kick his ass.
Yes.
You'd want me to call the police. You would want to see that son of a bitch rot in hell.
Yes, I would.
But we don't do that here, man.
What organization are you with?
It's Colorado Pet Patrol. You are at the 150th catch. We have 71 arrests. 71. The reason why is because people drive off and they're not accountable. They're afraid to call their wife, whatever. We just turn it in. Sometimes the police come to us and say, hey, you need to turn this in. Sometimes we blast this all over social media. Sometimes we blast it on the news. Sometimes you'll see it on Channel 10. I mean, at 10 o'clock at night. It all just depends. But what you're doing, man, out here is wrong. And I get that you admit it, but I think you're sorry. I think you're sorry that you got caught. But you weren't scared. You were standing at that gate. We didn't even see you come in. I don't even know where you came in. I didn't even see you. Were you already here? When you asked where the address was, were you already here?
Oh, I can't remember now. You got me really.
Well, you said I can't find it on the map.
Oh, I didn't know what the.
Were you already here?
Oh, address was. I didn't understand what the entrance was.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Were you already here though?
No.
No, you weren't. So I didn't see you drive in. We were here about 10 minutes early. We didn't see you drive in.
Oh.
But either way, man, your wife needs to know. I think you're more afraid of getting in trouble with her, but you'd be surprised what happens when you tell the wife. Maybe she'll be there to support you.
She knows that I have an addiction problem with pornography.
Yeah.
With this.
Yeah. Does she know about the boy thing?
No.
I mean, that doesn't matter to me. I'm just wondering.
No. No.
Do you think you're safe around children?
Yes, I am.
You are?
Yes.
You don't find yourself in a situation if there was children that were not attended to?
No. It's funny because I'm actually coming out of this thing where I feel the addiction and so forth.
So you're doing good? This is doing good?
Right. This is not doing good. But I am on the tail end of
It seems like you're at the toe of a big fucking problem because you're here today.
Yeah.
This is as close to being a pedophile as you can get without being a pedophile. You are here. You are at the gate, out of your car. You're talking to me. If you're talking to me, it's probably not a good thing. Unless we're friends and I don't know you. Somebody's got to know. And like I said, it's either the Broomfield police or your wife. Who else? We could tell your kids. They're not going to tell your wife. I don't want to tell your kids. I want to tell the person you're cheating on.
You want to call her?
I mean, she's not going to answer for me, right? And I'm using my phone so I can make sure you don't tell anybody we did anything to harm you or we lying or, whatever the case may be.
I think you're a genuine.
I am genuine, but I can't feel bad for you. I got to feel bad for the kids that you're out here hurting, man. You're out here hurting. That's who we got to patrol our own neighborhood from guys that are driving an hour away to come have sex, and you're already married. You have kids. You've been through this. You know this is fucked. You know this isn't right. There's no excuse for it, man.
Yeah, you're right.
And if I call the police, it doesn't mean you go to jail. That just means I'm going to turn it in to the police. It does not mean you go to jail.
I am not. I don't want to go to the police. Obviously.
I'm sure.
My life is screwed. I think I would probably not live my life any longer. Not your problem, but
I can't feel bad for you, man.
I've struggled so much with this thing, counseling, and it is helping.
Do you tell the counselor? Do you tell the counselor that you're into children? That you have an attraction to children?
I've told him I have an attraction to
younger,
not minors, but
younger,
usually like 18 and older, but not minors.
Minors, 14 is a minor.
You're right.
14 is a minor, and I just turned 14, which means I was just 13.
You know, everything you said is correct. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not a dishonest person. But
Well, you're a dishonest person because
I'm
you're
a
here.
Sneaky, you know, sneaky, yeah.
You're a sneaky, dishonest person. Maybe not to me, but to your wife, certainly. Do you guys have an open marriage? So you're obviously a liar and a sneaky liar. That's not my business. I'm not into cheating. I think cheaters are the biggest douchebags in the world.
Yeah.
But I'm not here for cheaters. I'm here to protect the children. I'm here to protect the children. And you're gonna be talking to my buddies, okay? Because they're here. The police. You're gonna be talking to them. Yeah, because you're not gonna call your wife, so you're gonna talk to my buddies.
Oh, you say you are going to call the police if I don't my wife.
No, they're watching. They'll be here. Oh yeah, I already called them. So you can be held accountable for this shit because you're fucking.
Shit, man. You want me to call my wife now?
Yeah, go ahead and call your wife.
Are you calling the police?
No, I'm not calling the police. I'm just waving them over. Hey, bud, you did this. You did this. You're out here trying to hurt our children, and it pisses me off because I have a 14-year-old. So, like I said,
big trouble.
like I don't know, but you're here to have sex with a 14-year-old.
No.
Well, that's what you said.
Why are you waving them over, man?
Because they're here for us.
But you said you wouldn't.
I said call your wife. You wouldn't.
I can't. She's not around.
Well, that's fine. We'll just talk to them. So, let's see it. Hi. I'm Tommy with Colorado Pet Patrol. This.
So you want to just chat over here with me real quick? Keep your hands on your pockets. Thank you.
I mean, we have everything. It goes on.
And this how long? Where did the?
This started. It started a month ago.
Okay.
So when I give it to you, like we give you guys the actual
like the downloads. And
yeah,
stuff?
the downloads. You'll
Okay.
be able to see all the dates and
Cool.
stuff on there.
All right.
But and then we have like 3 weeks of talking, right?
Okay.
It just kind of back and forth. But yesterday he gets real sexual, where he says he wants me to stick my penis in his. He wants me to have sex with him. And I'll get to that. He wants to do oral. He said he brought lube and condoms today. No, I'll get to there. I'm just.
I wonder, do you want to come over to my car?
Yeah, please. I did not like him at all.
That cop was
72.
holding his phone and he was all like, so you know you delete
So what were you planning on doing with this 14-year-old? You know why. I'm not the police, but if you drive away, I'm gonna call them. Do you wanna have a little walk and talk? I wanna find out what you're doing here, man. I wanna find out what you're doing here. I'm trying to fix my car and I see some truck I've never seen before in my neighborhood. You know what you're doing here.
Well, I said I need help to get a money order.
Right,
So I was
right.
giving him a ride.
Oh, you're gonna give me a ride to get a money order?
Yeah.
Okay, so can I jump in your truck? You gonna take me?
Yeah.
Yeah? Bud, if you drive off, I'm calling the police. Let's stop with the stupid shit. Bud, if you drive off, I'm gonna call the police, okay? All right? If you drive, I'm gonna call the police. You wanna have a conversation?
Okay.
Do you know what you're doing here? I mean, do you wanna be honest about what you're doing here? I'm recording for your protection and mine, okay? Honestly, this protection's more for you than it is me, but I just wanna make sure if the police do come, that you can't say I hurt you. Do you got any weapons on you?
No.
Okay, so I'm not here for violence, okay? I just wanna find out what the fuck you're doing, man. And if you're honest with me, I may not call the police. I may not call the police, but if you're gonna sit here and bullshit, I'm gonna call the police. Well, you covered up, man. You covered from head to toe there. You just showing there you go, okay. I appreciate that. I'm Tommy, by the way. I'm obviously not 14, right? Right, so what were you doing here today? Chase?
Well, they say I need to ride to a money order.
Chase. Nobody ever asked for a ride for the money order, remember? Nobody asked for that. That's something you're making up in your head right now.
No.
He asked you for a ride? Can you show me where he asked you for a ride on your phone? You know he didn't ask you for a ride for a money order. Bro, we can stop the bullshit. We can move on. I got to go pick up my kids. I want to make sure you're not going to do this again, okay?
No.
You're not going to do this again? Okay, so were you over here to give a little boy a ride to get a money order?
Yeah. And that.
You were, man, come on, bro. Were you here to give the little boy a ride to get a money order? You got ID on you?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
No.
I already got your plate number, bro. I know more than you already know. I got your plate number. I didn't search your phone, but I can. You're not going to be hard to find. So the more honest you are with me, the better it's going to be for you. Do you got an ID on you, brother?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Do you have a warrant for that?
Huh? I do not, and I'm not a cop. You can drive off. But I'm telling you right now that I'm pretty successful at getting arrests. Do you want to test me? You don't have to give me your ID. I'm asking you nicely. Dude, this can go one of two ways. I can make a code word and the cops are gonna be here any second if I tell them to do that. Or we can make sure you don't do this shit again, get you some fucking help, and then this doesn't have to go all the way to the police. But if you're gonna sit here and say, do I have a warrant? I don't have a warrant, I'm not a fucking cop. I just asked you if I could see your ID. I wanna see who you are. Honestly, have you been in trouble before? Are you on the registered sex offender list? Be honest, man.
No,
Be honest, man.
I'm not.
Okay, can I have your ID so I can just check that real quick? That's all I want to check. Because if you're on the list, I'm just going to call the police. If you're not and you're being honest, then we might walk away today and you're going to drive off. Can I see it? I'm not going to take it out of there. You have to do that. No, can you take it out? And I'm not going to put it on this camera. I just want to see it. So, what are you doing here today, man? Let's start by trying to be honest, okay? What are you doing here today?
I probably shouldn't have.
Well,
I know I shouldn't have.
stating facts right there. Clearly, you shouldn't be here, right? So, what are you doing here? Listen, man, I know what you're doing here. You know what you're doing here. If you want to be honest and get some kind of help, then we can move forward that way. Otherwise, we can get some help with the police department, and I don't know what kind of help they're going to give you, but I'm sure they'll do something for you. Westminster Police Department's actually pretty good.
This is the only time I've done.
This is the only time you've done this? First time ever?
Yeah.
You've never done this before?
Yeah.
I will tell you, you're the 122nd catch, and guess what? Every single one of them has said. Just take a wild guess.
I'm not.
No, take a guess.
I haven't done this before.
You haven't done this before?
No.
You've talked to minors online before. Second time I've talked to you, I got booted before, so we didn't get to finish our conversation. I've been talking to you for about on and off for 2 months. Different names, because I keep getting booted because you every once in a while you'll get a good guy that boots you out of there. So you talk to minors more than once.
Yeah, that's all I did.
Okay, so how often do you talk to minors?
Never.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah, hardly ever.
Hardly ever. There you go. Better word. Hardly ever. How come you were gonna meet with the 14-year-old today? You're not sure? Were you gonna have sex with a 14-year-old today?
No.
What were we talking about?
That was that.
Sexual things today? I can go over the chat logs if you like. We can go over them. There's not a lot of them, but there's enough. There's felonies committed, right? Do you agree? If I call the police right now, what happens?
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah. For what? How old are you?
25.
Are you really 25?
Yes.
Bro, do you want to ruin your life?
No.
Ruin your life? Do you have a boyfriend, girlfriend?
No.
No? Do you have family here in Colorado?
Kind of.
Somebody that supports you?
Yeah.
Okay, so why this, man? Are you attracted to little boys?
No.
You were attracted to this one. So how do we make sure that this doesn't happen again? I think we're gonna come on this side of the car.
All my
Just-
interest.
I don't know. Just, yeah, probably. That's not my house. So how are we gonna make sure this doesn't happen again? Because you can tell. You're gonna delete the app? How easy is it to turn that app right back on though? Honestly, you and me both know. How easy is it to turn the app?
Does it cost too much?
It costs too much? The app costs too much? What does it cost? It's free.
No, sir.
Grinder?
Yeah, it's not.
I don't pay a penny for it.
Well, if you want the unlimited stuff, it's like $30.
So you got unlimited stuff?
But no, not good. It ends this month.
It ends this month, but even then, it's okay to meet adults, right?
Yeah,
Why do you want to meet a 14-year-old?
probably should.
It probably shouldn't have, but you're here, man. You're here. And you drove around twice. I mean, you drove through, drove back. I was out there acting like I was working on my car. I've been planning on catching you, bro. I had to go get my kids. I wanted to catch you later. That's why I brought up the whole that I wanted to get the money order because I got to pick up my kids. But you're out here trying to pick up my kids too. Yeah. Never doing it. You're here. What do you,
I'm never doing it.
so you wanted to know if he was a bottom. Were you gonna pound a 14-year-old, bro?
No.
Realistically. Where's your condoms at?
Don't have it.
You were gonna do him dirty? You were gonna do him dirty?
Yeah.
So you have condoms?
Yeah.
You told me you did.
Yes. But I don't.
So
I
you
don't
were,
have any.
do you got any diseases?
No.
So you were just gonna do him dirty?
No.
Then why did you say you had protection? I'm trying to see if you're gonna be honest, man. This is if I call the police or not. I wanna see if you're gonna be honest. But you were gonna fucking possibly give a little 14-year-old that's never had sex before a disease.
No.
No? So you did bring condoms. You are at least going to be protected. I fucking hope
Yes.
so. Okay, so you have condoms. Where's your condoms
I
at?
have one.
One. That's all you need, right?
Yes.
Okay. So at least you were going to be safe sex, at least. How many minors have you fucked, bro?
No.
You can tell me, I'm
Yeah.
not going to... You've never had sex with a minor.
No.
But in a couple days, you were going to come have sex with a minor, but you've never done it before. You've had your chance to bail on me. So why didn't you? You don't know? Just wrong head? Thinking with the wrong head? You're attracted to younger. Bottom line, you're attracted to younger.
Yes, but
How young does it go? Be honest, man. 19 would be the lowest? Okay. Why not 18?
because some of them don't think right. You can still get in trouble with them.
You can get in trouble with an 18-year-old? Why? It's not against law.
Depends on if it's a girl or...
It doesn't matter. You can be 99 and have sex with an 18-year-old. Yeah, so that doesn't matter. But if it goes to 19, what made this 14-year-old so attractive to you?
Just because he was talking to me.
He was talking to you? Does nobody talk to you on there? Nobody. Bro, guarantee people talk to you on there. It's Grindr. It's a fucking hookup site. And you're paying for it. What if he was 12?
No.
No. What if he's 13?
No.
No way.
No.
No way. Just got to be 14. Well, it's not probably not. It's absolutely.
Yeah, no.
You told the 14-year-old if he could just put his hand on your lap playing with you through the pants. You want a 14-year-old
No.
teenager kid to play with you through your pants? Well, that's what you said. You didn't want that. So what were you going to do when you came over here?
I was going to leave.
You were going to come over here and leave? Uh-huh. Just drive over here and leave?
Yes.
Dude, come
It
on.
didn't feel right.
It didn't. Then why'd you show up?
Right.
So what were you going to do, bro? It was stupid. Just so you know, like I said, I am recording this. This is for your protection and my protection, okay? I am gonna blast this shit. I will tell you that. I'm going to, okay? If you're not gonna be honest, I'm going to. You gotta be held some kind of accountable, right? But you were gonna come over here and just leave. See,
I knew it felt right.
You knew it felt right?
Wrong.
it should have
This
felt.
happened.
It
This
should have.
happened.
Huh?
Because I went to meet a girl before, but she was of age. And I got to the house, and they said, oh, can you send me money for this and this and this? And
Yeah, scammers.
yeah.
But we didn't ask you for money, so it didn't feel wrong because you're here. You backed up, you parked, and you almost walked up and knocked on the door. I caught you up at the door, correct? Well, heading to the door, right? So when was it gonna feel wrong?
Right when I got there.
Right when you got there?
I was going to leave it.
You were just gonna leave. So you drove 20 minutes to get here to just turn around and leave. Yeah. Did you want that 14-year-old to kiss you up and down your body?
Yeah.
You didn't want that? Because that's what you said.
I know, but
You didn't want that.
that's only talk.
It is only talk. You're absolutely right. This is all only talk. It's all only talk until you back up and get out your truck. Right? Right? Then it becomes real. Because just imagine if these cameras weren't on and that was my 14-year-old and I found his phone and you were coming over here with this truck. Just imagine, bro. You're a big boy. You're a big boy. But honestly, that shit don't scare me, bro. You're fucking harmful. That 14-year-old ain't gonna get away from you.
Oh, I don't get that aggressive. No.
Well, it doesn't matter about getting aggressive. You're here, you're playing with children. My children, you're in my fucking neighborhood now. I'm a little guy, bro, compared to you. So you're here, and you wanted to hang out last night, you wanted to hang out the night before as well. Right? Were you joking then too? It was all jokes. So I gave you so many outs, bro. I'm trying to find out where's your out? Where's your out? Because all I have is a bunch of shit saying you should go to prison, bro. That's all I have. You got family? You got kids? Nieces, nephews, brothers?
I have one brother.
How old's your brother?
Older than me.
He's older than you. Does he have any kids?
Yeah.
No. What do you think should happen to somebody that's meeting up with a 14-year-old for sex? What do you think? Not you, normal person, meeting up with a 14-year-old for sex. That's crazy. We'll let that fly over. I've never seen that kind of tip before. That plane's probably older than 14 though. You might not like it. Yeah. So what do you think should happen to somebody that's trying to meet up with a minor like this? What do you think should happen? What do you think should happen? Be honest. I know you don't want to get in trouble. I'm not saying you, another person. What do you think should happen to people that do this, what you're doing right now? What do you think should happen?
Well, I've never done it.
Well, you did it now.
Yeah.
So you today is your first day of being a pedophile. Correct? Were you a pedophile yesterday? You weren't? Do you think what you did is what a pedophile would do?
Yes.
Because you're here, man. You're here. And people like you belong in prison, man. They do. They do. You're lucky I'm not the police because we wouldn't be talking. You'd be going to jail, right? You'd be talking to a detective. You're lucky I'm not dad because you'd be getting your fucking ass beat, right? Like straight up. You'd be getting your ass beat. Once he feels comfortable, he can pull it out of your pants. And then what? Then you're gonna put on your condom and rail a 14-year-old?
No.
But that's what you said.
I know I said that.
You weren't gonna do it.
No.
So all that's a lie up until you are here now and you got caught.
I'm still not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Still not gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it because I fucking stopped you.
I'm gonna delete the app.
Good, I hope so, man. Pedophile 0, CPP 1. Like I said, you're the 122nd catch. 122 of you guys here in Colorado, bro. All over the news. Have you seen anything? Do you know about us out there? Have you seen the YouTube channels? Have you seen it on the news? No, yeah, not at all. Well, we're out there, bro. No matter what site you're on, it's a good chance you're gonna meet one of our groups, right? We got 53 arrests, 53 out of 122. So we don't have everybody arrested.
I know this is why I should have came over here.
You shouldn't have came over here, but you did. And if I wasn't here, you were gonna go, you weren't thinking straight. And if I wasn't here, you were gonna walk in that door. And if I wasn't here, you were gonna do whatever that 14-year-old, you wanted that 14-year-old to do.
Yeah.
No? No?
I obviously wouldn't have done that.
You weren't gonna leave, man. If you were gonna leave, you wouldn't have showed up. Why would you drive 20 minutes to just leave? Think about that, bro. That doesn't even make any fucking sense. Where are you from? Here? I just saw the Nebraska. Are you from Nebraska or here? Where's your mom and dad?
I'm not here.
Not here? Brother, you said you had one brother? Where's your mom and dad at? In Nebraska? Yeah? If I called the police and you went to jail, who would pick you up?
Well, there's no one here.
Okay, who would bail you out? Long distance, who would bail you out? I'm just asking you a question, bro. You gotta have somebody. The reason why I'm asking you, bro, is because I want you to be held accountable, okay? If I don't call the police, I want somebody to fucking be able to help you. Who would help you? No one. So you have nobody. So I'm forced, I have to call the police. I have to call the police because you have nobody to help you. Nobody. What about your mom?
I can call her.
You can call your mom? All right. Are you close with your mom?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's give your mom a call. I just want somebody to know what you're doing, okay? And I want to make sure you don't do this shit again, bro. All right? You're going to drive off today. All right? And if the police call me and they see this video and they ask me for it, I'm going to turn it in. But you need to get some fucking counseling. You got a job? Do you got a job?
Yes.
Do you got insurance?
No.
No? Okay, well, you can get counseling.
I have no insurance.
Okay, well, you can get free counseling. It's out there, bro. But what you did today is it's a problem. If I wasn't here, you were going to do what you were going to do. And then tomorrow, what were you going to do? Maybe meet another 14-year-old. You say no.
I don't. I only meet a person every once in a while.
Once in a while. Okay, so maybe you meet a 14-year-old every once in a while. Whatever.
I won't do that.
You won't do it again, but you're here, man. So all that goes out the window. You're here. You're here. You know what I mean? You're here. And I'm by myself, bro. I'm missing picking up my kids because you're coming out to have sex with my kids. So can we give your mom a call?
Well, she's at work.
She's at work. Okay. So we don't have any other options then, right? Will your mom answer if you call her?
She works in a hospital.
Can you call the police?
No.
Can you call the police? We gotta call somebody, bro. To let them know you're out here trying to have a 14-year-old.
I'm not. I wasn't.
Do you want me to feel bad for you or no? Do you want me to feel bad for you? Because I fucking don't. Sorry, bud. Sorry. Do you want me to feel bad for you? Huh? Okay, well, we need to call somebody. I'm giving you a fucking break of your lifetime, bro. The break of your lifetime. You should be hauled out of here in fucking cuffs. You're a fucking pedophile, man. There's no other way around it. You were here to have sex with a fucking 14-year-old. Look up the definition. It's a fucking pedophile. You know that. So are you a pedophile? For what you did today, are you a pedophile?
Yes.
Yes. Simple answer. So can we call?
She works in a hospital.
Call her. She's not gonna answer? Can we call the police then? I'm being honest with you, man. I'm gonna call the police if you don't call somebody. We need somebody to know. You need to be held accountable, bro. So you're just telling me you're not gonna call your mom? What about your dad?
He's dead.
Huh? I know he's not here.
No, he's dead.
He passed away? Okay, so you just said your mom and dad don't live here, they're in another state.
I know. He's in another state.
Oh, so he's alive?
No, he's in the cemetery where my mom.
Dude, come on, man. You're fucking
My
bullshitting.
mom lives in Nebraska.
Dude, come on. You're bullshit. You want me to just call the police? It's not a fucking joke to me. You think it's fucking funny? It's not a fucking joke to me. I'm about to call the police. I'm giving you a fucking out, bro. Do you want me to call an ambulance?
No.
Are you all right? Your chest all right? What was that?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know what it is.
You don't know what it
I
is?
had cancer twice. So it's
So are you feeling like are you okay right now?
coming out. This is a lot right now.
Huh?
This is a lot right now.
It's a lot right now. Do you want to sit down, open your door, and have a seat? Are you gonna pass out?
Yeah.
Do you want me to call an ambulance?
I don't have insurance.
It doesn't fucking matter, bro. Doesn't fucking matter. Do you want me to call an ambulance?
Yeah.
You're gonna be fine. Do you want me to call the police? Of course not. So who's gonna hold you accountable, bro? So I'm just gonna walk away and know that you're never gonna do this again?
Yeah.
I don't care about you erasing it. You know how many times I've erased it? Every day. Every day. You can erase that because I already screenshotted all your messages. I've already screenshotted every single message. So you can erase it all you want. I got your plate number. I got your address, man. It's up to you. Do you want to go to jail? Then call your fucking mom. Call your mom. Let's stop with the bullshit. Call your mom. You did this. She needs to know. She's not going to be proud of you, I'm sure. You know what I mean? But maybe she can make sure that you're not doing this shit. Because I guarantee this isn't your first fucking time.
Yeah.
It might be your first time meeting up, but you have thoughts in your head. I guarantee you when you drive by the elementary school, you probably almost get in an accident every fucking time. No? When you see a little kid, does it turn you on? Then why did this fucking little kid turn you on?
Because he was talking to me and actually treating me like.
Okay, so if you're walking down the street and a little kid's talking to you.
No, not like that. No.
Not like that.
No.
Because I wasn't flirting with you at all. I didn't say anything sexual to you at all. Right? You were the one that talked sexual. And then I deferred you from the sexual talk. Then you came back with the sexual talk. So like I said, man, I ain't got time for this shit. Do you want to call your mom or do we want to call the police? It's your choice. It's the only two options we have. You don't have any brothers, you don't have any sisters, do you have any... Who do you live with out here?
Myself.
Huh?
I live by myself.
By yourself? Okay. You work? You said you did work. What do you do for a living? Don't tell me the job, but what do you do for a living? Like what kind of work is what I'm saying?
Private security.
Private security. You're a security guard? Really? Let's call your boss. Let's call your boss.
Shut down.
We gotta call somebody. Let's call your boss.
Enemy has been slain.
Dude, I can find out what security company you work for so quick. Believe it or not, we got ties. I guarantee you, I should be looking. I could find out right now. We got 1,426 people in here right now, but I guarantee that somebody could look it up and find you right now, bro. Right now. You know? So, again, we need to either A, call your mom, or call the police, or call your boss.
We already videotaped me.
It doesn't matter. I don't have to keep it up. I don't have to. This is for your protection and mine.
Right now.
It doesn't matter. I can take it down immediately. I could take it down and there could be 1,400 views. Or I could leave it up and there could be 1.4 million views. Big difference. See what I'm saying? Big difference. Right now, 1,400 ain't shit because I'm nationwide. Right? Florida, Australia, I mean, worldwide. Philippines. It doesn't matter, man. The UK, Norway, that's everybody that's on right now. And I bet you everybody's saying, call the cops, call the cops, call the cops. I bet you.
Defeat.
You have anything to say to the 1,400 people on here that have fucking kids?
Well, I shouldn't have done this. Never should have.
You shouldn't have done this? You never should have done this. And you're 25, man. You're about to destroy your fucking life. Do you understand what happens when you become a registered sex offender for the rest of your life?
And also, cancer is probably going to kill me too.
Cancer's gonna kill you? Should I get on my knees and cry?
No.
Seriously, bro, that poor me bullshit. You're about to fuck up a 14-year-old's life. I thought you said you beat cancer.
Yeah, once.
Oh.
I had it twice.
Oh, so it's still with you now?
Yes.
I mean, I don't wish that shit on anybody. But you know what? I don't think there's a cure for this.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a cure for this. And what are you gonna do? Is this the last time you're ever gonna do it in your whole life? So you're never gonna hurt a kid again?
Yeah.
Never. Never.
Never.
How do I know that? The only way I know that is if the cancer does its job or you go to prison. That's the only way you're not gonna touch a kid again in your life. The only way you can prove it, right, is by not being here. I'm not saying that, I don't think it's curable.
Yeah.
You know? Do you like girls?
Yeah.
So are you just bisexual, or
Yeah.
do you like little girls?
No.
No?
Yeah.
How young does that go?
Yeah.
No? 14, same thing?
No.
No?
No one under 20.
No one under 20? So 19-year-old boys, 20 plus for the girls?
Yes.
But every once in a while you meet a 14-year-old.
Not never again.
But you did today.
No.
Ding fucking ding ding, we're here.
I know.
All right, let's call mom. Your choice, or I'm gonna have them call the police. Like I said, I'm not a cop. You can drive the fuck off. You know what I mean? I'm gonna record you driving off, so then it's also a leaving the scene of a felony. You've committed 3 felonies today. Three.
Really?
Yeah. Sexual exploitation of a minor, luring, and oh my God, somebody help me out with the third one. Luring and enticement. All 3. Actually, there's probably more because you went sexual. So when you start doing sexual things with a minor on the internet, it's a bad day. You got child porn on your phone?
No.
None.
No.
But you just want to kiss up and down. You want them to kiss up and down your whole body.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you
I
said.
did say that.
But you didn't want that to happen? That was just a joke? All this was a joke.
No.
You showed up, you went to the door, but we're just kidding, right?
No.
So we're not gonna call anybody? If we're not gonna call anybody, I'm just gonna call the police. And I don't know what they're gonna do. I honestly have no effing clue. No effing clue. I do know you meet the criteria for the 3 felonies, okay? You're here. I have pictures. You're here. I have you admitting that you came here. I have you admitting this is you. You knew he was 14. I already got all that. I don't care about all that. I'm trying to get you to get some fucking help. You need to see a doctor.
I do.
You need to see a... You do? Have you talked to him about this before?
Yeah.
Okay. So...
I'm supposed to go there tomorrow.
And you've talked about this. Oh, pick it.
Yes.
Okay. So they know that you're into minors too. Why are you here today? That's what scares me, man. If you're already talking to your counselor about this, how long have... Be honest with me, man. How long have you ever stopped liking minors? How long has this been going on then?
Well, it just happened recently.
Where you started being attracted to minors? Hey, I appreciate the honesty. The honesty goes a long way with me. How long have you liked minors? How long? It's not something you wake up with, man. This is not something you wake up and it's like, hey, I like minors. Did you ever stop liking minors? You did? When?
When I started this other job.
This other job? The security job?
I had been doing security for a while, so
Okay.
it was about 4 years ago.
4 years ago is when you really started like noticing that you like minors?
Yeah, and then I stopped.
And then you stopped. But now you're here again. So it's a vicious cycle. I don't think you stopped. I think you contained it, right? But dude, if I wasn't, see, this is what happens. You know, you get the urge, right? And you can contain the urge for so long, right? And then you fucking go a little higher and you talk to it. So now the urge went from just thinking about it to now you're talking to them, right? Then you don't get in trouble. Then you meet them. Then you start having sex with them, and it goes worse and worse and worse until you get caught. Thank God today you're fucking stopped, right? And I don't know if you've done it before. I believe truly believe, and I could be wrong. This is, in my opinion, you've done this before. Maybe not on Grindr, but I think you've harmed a child before.
Yeah, I am.
Maybe, I mean, you can say whatever you want to say. You're also telling me that you didn't come over here for sex. So, and we both know you came over here for sex. Your intention was come over and have sex with a 14-year-old. You what?
I did.
I know you did. I already knew that. So you came over here to have sex with a 14-year-old, man. What grade is a 14-year-old? Do you even know?
That would be...
Dude, they're in fucking high school, bro. Some are in middle school. You know? Well, 13, I guess, but this one just turned 14. It's like, it's not good, man. It isn't good. And, you know, I know we're all fucking human, man. I know we're all human, but the cancer shit can't fucking make you like children. You're sober, right? Are you on any drugs?
No.
Do you do any drugs?
No.
No? Okay, so you're soberly thinking, I'm not gonna hurt you or nothing. I know you're nervous, but I'm not gonna hurt you or nothing. I just wanna be able to call somebody, bro. I really do. I want somebody to know, and I wanna swap phone numbers with them so they can let me know, hey, my son's getting some help. He's doing what he said he was gonna do, because you need to get some help, because this is gonna ruin your fucking life. If I call the police right now, bro, it's not gonna ruin your life, but it's gonna fucking put a big damper on the rest of your life, because you're gonna be a sex offender for the rest of your fucking life. You do know that? Do you understand that? Did you know that yesterday? You did? And you still took the chance to come over here today? Fucked up, bro. Fucked up. So what do you want to do? Balls in your court, bro. Like I said, I could just call the police. Like it's up to you. If I call the police, don't know what's going to happen. You're definitely going to be on the registry. I mean, you're definitely going to, you know, you're going to be known. Wouldn't you rather just your mom know and maybe you get some help on your own, or would you rather everybody fucking know?
I can give you the therapist number.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I want you to give me the therapist number. You know my phone number, so I want you to text me that. I want you to show me proof that you're getting some help, because the moment you stop getting help is the moment. Okay, well, the moment you stop getting help is the moment I walk into the Westminster Police Department and turn it in. So I'm just letting you know that doesn't matter anyway. That's happening. But we need to call somebody. And you said you have nobody but your mom. We can call your mom or your boss. We call your boss. What's probably going to happen? Are you close to your boss?
Kind of.
Okay, well, maybe he'll help you. Where do you do security at? The banks? Are you standing in front of the banks? King Supers? The one right here? So you're the one that stands in front of the doors and just watches the shit? Or what? Is that what you guys do? It's up to you, man.
Make sure no one gets shot. Yeah.
What's that?
I make sure no one gets shot.
Well, I appreciate that. Are you checking out the little kids walking by? No? I appreciate. Do you guys carry? You carry? Are you carrying now?
No.
No? Okay. So you're not just a regular security guard?
No.
Are you any other law enforcement of any kind?
No.
No? Be honest, man. I'm gonna know. I'm gonna know. Why did you hesitate to say that?
Because I'm not.
Are you law enforcement? Be honest, man.
No, I'm not.
You're not law enforcement.
No.
I'm gonna find out. If you lie, I'm gonna turn
I'm
that
not.
shit in so quick. If you're honest, I'm gonna let it go.
I'm not.
Okay, why do you keep hesitating when I'm asking you?
Because I'm not.
Okay. All right, so you're just a security guard. Okay, do you carry cuffs? You do? Gun?
Yeah.
Badge?
No.
Taser?
No.
No? Okay. And you just monitor the King Supers. That's all you do. All right. Well, what do you want to do, man? It's your call. Your choice. Like I said, it's your choice. I can call the police. Well, I will have to walk and get my phone, but I can call the police, or you can maybe call an ambulance, tell me you need some help, and come pick you up. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you want to do. But you got a fucking sick problem, bro. I don't know if this deserves the hospital. I think it deserves fucking prison, or you get some real fucking help. You keep saying, I know, but you're not fucking, it's just I know. You only know because you got caught. That's why you know. It's because you got caught. It's because you're standing in front of somebody's house that I don't even know who the fuck they are. My car's over there, buddy. That's me right there. Probably gonna have a dead battery. But I was waiting for you, watching. I watched you, bro. I watched you pull up both ways, watched you back in here. You came over to have sex with a 14-year-old, so now you need to pull your big boy panties up and fucking take some responsibility for this. Call mom. Hold on, guys. Call your mom. Okay, so you just gonna leave me no other choice but to call the police. So I'm just
yelled at.
then call the police then. Your choice. Do you understand, bro? It's one or the other. I can't do Neither. It's one or the other. Report yourself to the police or report yourself to the mom. Or I'm gonna just report you to the police. It's up to you. Looks better if you do it. Looks a lot better if you do it. I get that. And I think you should talk to the therapist no matter what.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have my viewers call the police. Do you want to just talk to the police and see what they say? It's up to you.
Yeah.
So we need to call somebody. Let's call your boss. Let's call your boss.
I'm gonna get fired.
The fuck, bro? So who do we have to call? All right, so then you just want me to turn it into the police. That's what we're gonna do, right? Right? Hey, right? Is that what we're gonna do? Is that what we're gonna do? What's up? You're free to leave. But I'm just saying, do you want me to call the police or do you want to call somebody? Who else could we call?
Well, I ain't calling him on your live chat.
Not my live chat. I'm talking about you.
Yeah, I can call him. I'm not
Okay.
calling
All
him.
right, guys, go ahead and please call the police. 113. We'll just call the police then.
I'm calling him while you're watching me and videoing me and everything.
That's you, dude. You're the one that fucked up. I didn't fuck up. This will all be erased if you fucking get some serious fucking help. And call your mom. I'm not gonna put her name out there. I would never put her name out there. I'm not gonna do that. This is about you. It's not about your mom. This is about you. Just call her and tell her what you did and you be on your fucking way. And then call me and let me know you're getting help. Show me some evidence that you're getting fucking help and I won't turn it into the fucking police.
Oh, she already knows.
How does she know?
Because she knows.
How does she know?
Because she told me to get the hell out of here. I'm being set up.
You're being set up? Call her and tell her you're not being set up because you're not being set up. Hey, Mom, he is not being set up. He came here to meet with a 14-year-old for sex. I have all the chat logs, and if you've been watching the video, you've seen it. So your mom must be a fan,
Yeah.
a supporter. She must be a supporter of some kind because I didn't tell your number. I didn't blast you. I didn't say anything. So you're not being set up, and you are free to leave. I've told you that. We can see how much of a setup this is because the police don't work for me. They don't. But the felonies you committed, I guarantee you're going to go to jail. And then see how far of a setup. It's not a setup, bro. I do this because my son was molested at 14. All right? I'm just telling you. My son was molested at 14. So you should call her and be like, Mom, I'm not being set up. I screwed up. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna go turn this all into the police department. Okay? Because she already knows shit. Okay, well, call her then, so she'll know that she knows. Call her. If she already knows, it's not a big deal. Let her know that you're not being set up. Tell her the truth, man.
No.
Put your big boy pants. What do you mean? Tell her the truth. Am I lying about anything I said? Do you want me to show the chat logs to your mom?
What?
Do you want me to show the chat logs to your mom?
First blood. An enemy has been slain.
Do you want me to show the chat logs to your mom?
I already sent her a text.
A text message. Call her.
She's at work. I'm texting.
She's message. Tell her to call you. Bro, you are not taking any accountability. This sucks. You don't understand how blessed you were today. I know, but listen, you were so blessed that I was gonna let you walk today. I was. I had no intentions of calling the police. No intentions of calling the police on you. But now you're like forcing me to call the police. What do you mean no? You're forcing me to call the police. How she knew, I don't know. She must been watching, right? She must be one of the 1,487 people here because I'm not setting you up.
An enemy has been slain.
Yes.
Can you
Texting me.
put it on speaker, please?
What?
Can you put it on speaker, please?
No, not with that video.
Okay. Well, just so you know.
Trying to.
No, he's free to leave, ma'am. He is free to leave. I am gonna turn this into the police, though. Can I talk to her? No?
Well, she already knows.
How does she know? Ask her how she knows.
Yes, how do you know? I don't know.
Ma'am, he was here to meet with a 14-year-old for sex. I have all the chat logs. This isn't a setup. It's real. He's trying to block the phone so you can't hear me, but this is real. I can send you all the chat logs and all the proof if you would like, but I'm 2 seconds away from calling the police.
Oh, he's gonna call the cops. Yeah, he's gonna call the cops.
Yeah, because you're not being accountable, bro.
Yes, I am. I told you I was.
Okay, did I set you up or did you come to meet a 14-year-old?
No.
You didn't come to meet a 14-year-old? Oh, you did not come to meet a 14-year-old? Okay, all right. Let's get the police here, guys. Let's get the police here.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
He came to meet a if you want my phone number, ma'am, reach out to me. I will send you all the chat logs. He came to have sex with a 14-year-old boy. You did it? What was this whole video when you said you did?
I know.
You're not being set up, bud. Wow, guys, look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is what you call a true fucking scumbag. He's lying to his mom, saying that he didn't come over here. How did you get here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here right now at my house? What are you doing here?
It's not your house.
Well, I know, but what are you doing at my address? What are you doing at my address?
It's not your house.
Okay, I know it's not my house. I rent it. But what are you doing at my rental? Yeah, I sure do. I sure do. Yep, I rent the back of it. I sure do. So what are you doing at my house? How did you get here?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
He came to meet with he's already said everything he needs to say. Guess we'll just find out what the police say, bud.
I don't know.
You guys, this is a coward right here. This is a coward.
Yeah, he's gonna call the cops, so that leaves.
I wasn't going to. I wanted to talk to your mom to make sure she could get you some fucking help. That's what I wanted to do, but you're lying and saying that I set you up.
I don't know who he is.
I'm Tommy with Colorado Pet Patrol. I catch online pedophiles, like your son. You're not? You just said you were.
No, I didn't.
10 minutes ago you said you were a pedophile. You did not say that? Dude, I have it
I know.
Ask your mom if she wants the video. I can certainly give it to her. This is not her fault. I'm trying to hold you responsible, bud. You responsible. Why don't you tell her the truth that you need some fucking help?
I don't know.
I know how we do it.
I know.
We call the police and then you go off in handcuffs for felonies because you're here to have sex with a 14-year-old. Tell her the truth and we can
What?
stop all this. Fucking scumbag.
I'm trying to.
He's free to leave at any time he wants to. Leaving the scene of a felony, I love it. I love it. And if I'm wrong, I go to jail. If I'm wrong, I go to jail. But I promise you I'm not wrong. Be honest with your mother. Why are you here?
Well, she wants to know how you got all their numbers.
What numbers?
All of hers, my dad.
I have no clue. Is it on your Facebook?
No.
Then I have no clue. I have no clue. I never called anybody, so I have no clue. But how did I meet you? How did I meet you? Chase?
Yeah,
How did I meet you, Chase?
I know.
How? On Grindr? On Grindr? Were you coming to meet a 14-year-old little boy? You were not? Tell your mom to rewind the video. Tell her to rewind the video. Because trust me, I'm not here to hurt your mom. I'm not here to hurt you. She doesn't have video? Well, I'll send her the video. Tell her if she looks up Colorado Pet Patrol, she can find me, and I'll get her the video. Because you just admitted that you're a pedophile. You need some help, man, right? Okay, so you're shaking your head yes. Tell your mom you need some fucking help. Be honest with her.
Yes, I am telling her.
So do you need some help?
Yes.
So do we need to get you some counseling? I offered you that.
I can't, I have,
I said instead of calling the cops,
I have-
be honest and tell your mom. Okay, then be honest with her and let's end this.
let me go counsel.
Because what are you doing here, Chase?
I know I need to go counsel. I have to get insurance back to the counseling again.
I can get you some counseling that won't cost you.
Okay, thank you.
I can. But be honest with your mom.
I am.
What are you doing here? Did I set you up or are you here to have sex with a 14-year-old? There you go. See, you're not gonna be.
I understand all that, so yeah, I know.
So am I setting you up or did you come over here in your free will? You did. And you were planning on, you chatted about having sex with a 14-year-old boy, yes or no?
Chatting, yes.
So you, in chat, only in chat, you said you were gonna have sex with a 14-year-old little boy.
Tell me in chat.
But in chat, you said you're gonna have sex with a 14-year-old boy.
That's
That's what I'm saying. You didn't do it. He didn't do it, Mom. He didn't do it. No, he didn't. But he's here, and he said he was gonna have him kiss all over him and play with your pecker and all that, right?
Okay.
But she tells you to leave. You're being set up.
Yeah.
This is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
So yes, I didn't. Okay. Yes, I didn't help you.
He does need help. He needs counseling. Can she take my number? Can you text her my number? Okay. Because you're
I will do that.
I understand, but you're not telling her what you really did today. I didn't set you up. But you did. You said you were being set up. See, this is why the speakerphone thing works, man, so I can hear what she's saying. Because she doesn't believe it. She's going to stick up for her baby, which she should do, until she finds out that you were here to have sex with a little boy.
Okay.
You're a fucking scumbag, bro. You're a fucking scumbag.
Okay.
An ally has been slain.
Fucking scumbag, bro.
Okay.
I'm going to turn all this shit in. I'm going to turn it all in. I'm going to watch you fry, because you can't even fucking be honest with your mother.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, but you're shaking your head yes to me, but you're telling her no. Can't put it on speakerphone because you know you fucked up.
No, I'm telling you right now.
I know you're talking to her right now. But what are you here to do? Why don't you tell her the truth?
I already did tell her.
What'd you tell her? What'd you tell her?
I told her. She heard you say it too. So I already.
You said she wasn't watching the video.
Like, you know how phones work?
Hey, I know how phones work. Why don't you put it in speakerphone and let me talk to your mom?
Put 'em on speaker.
Yeah, why? I won't say her name. I'm not trying to out your mom. I'm trying to out you. You're the one that needs to be exposed. You're the one that's trying to have sex with a 14-year-old little boy.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
You guys see this fucking scumbag?
Was that a video?
I am videoing. Guys, this is a picture of a true fucking scumbag. He's gonna lie to his mom. I'm the bad one. I'm the bad one. I'm the bad one. But he's out here to have sex with a 14-year-old. I'm the fucking bad one.
That's right, they're watching. He's watching. And he also took the plane.
Hell yeah, I took the plates. Go ahead. Is your mom telling you to leave? Does she support scumbags like you?
Yeah.
That's why she said leave. She just said leave. I know how phones work.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Put it on speakerphone.
Rating will soon fall.
Man up, bro. Put it on speakerphone. Put it on speakerphone. I just want to be able to tell your mom what you're doing here.
Sure. I told her.
You didn't tell her that. You didn't tell her what you're really doing. You didn't tell her what you're really doing. You're backed into a house that you've never been to of a 14-year-old. Tell her.
Killing spree.
Tell her the truth.
Okay.
Wow, guys. Wow. Put it on speakerphone. Come on. Let me talk to mom for a second, because she didn't do anything wrong. Can I talk to your mom for a second? Can you put it in speakerphone so I can talk to your mom for a second?
Now with the video camera.
Destroyed.
Okay, I'll put the video camera down. Okay, video camera's down. Can I talk?
Sound up.
Hold on, guys. Let me mute this for 2 seconds. Okay, you put your mom on speaker, just so I can talk to her. Go ahead.
Sharon, no question.
Just put it on. I know. Can I talk? Can I talk to her? I put it down. It's on mute. So give me. Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, ma'am. I apologize. This is not a setup. He reached out to a.
Enemy rampage.
Okay, I'll just wait for the police. Okay, no problem, ma'am. No problem. We'll just wait for the police. Turn this back on. All right. She told me that she will not talk to me, and I better get her fucking son out of here. I am not, guys. I am not holding her son at all. Guys, don't call me. I am live. Guys, don't call me. I'm live. I am not holding her son, so I want everybody to see he is free to leave, and I hope he does, because I want one extra felony on him. I do want this guy to serve some time in jail. I do. His mom is sitting here sticking up for this piece of shit scumbag. He's a fucking scumbag. BVT G56 Silverado Black. I hope he drives off, guys. I really do. I want that extra felony. I want that extra felony. Fucking scumbag. Your mom supports this, bro. Hey, I'm gonna call your boss. 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 I wasn't going to. You wanna call your boss before I do? Do you wanna call your boss before I do? Yeah, go ahead, erase it all, buddy. Erase it all. Erase it all. You guys see it? Erasing it. He's erasing it. Erase it all. I'm video wherever the fuck I want to. Do something about it, you fucking pussy. Do something about it, you fucking pussy. Do something about it, you fucking pussy. Come out here. Here, grab your gun. Really? Oh, you're a cop? You're a police officer? You're a fucking police officer? You're a fucking police officer, you scumbag? I knew you were a fucking cop.
No.
You just showed me a badge.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so you're a fucking police officer? You fucking scumbag? You're in my neighborhood and you're fucking with my kids and you're a fucking cop?
Well, you're videoing and harassing my...
Show me the badge again. Show me your badge. I knew you were a police officer. I knew it. I knew it from the fucking start. You think I'm stupid? I knew you were a cop. How's this gonna look? How's this gonna look to your department?
Look when there's proof that you're harassing my brother for money.
Your brother for money?
You got a video too. There's a person videoing him too.
Oh, somebody's videoing your brother? I don't know who your brother is, but you're a cop?
Well, they know you.
You're a cop? What department do you work for? I'm gonna calm down. What department do you work for?
Well, they know you and you're videoing him asking
What
for
department do you work for? I would never ask for money. Never, never,
You're
never.
asking him for money.
I would never do it. I would never do it.
Same camera setup and everything.
Okay, well that's fine. It's not me. There's a whole bunch of us out there. What department do you work for? I'm calming down. What police department do you work for?
I don't work for one here.
I know, but what police department? What county is it?
It's not here.
Okay, what county? I already knew you were a cop in Texas, so why are you here?
I live here.
Okay, so you're a cop in Texas, but you live here? Do you know the Texas Rangers just took fucking a couple guys in Texas for me? I knew you were a cop. I knew you were a cop before you pulled up. You think I'm stupid. I do my research. I knew you were a cop. Why do you think I asked you several times? I knew you were a cop. Bro, you're out there supposed to serve and protect, right? You're not supposed to serve the fucking children, right? So you're a fucking cop, bro. You just said I'm harassing an officer. You showed me your badge. You're a fucking cop, bro. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Don't you think the cops got enough on their plate already? Don't you? Can we agree that they already get fucked enough? But then you got people out there like you trying to meet with the children? It makes them look bad, bro. Just like that other guy that's asking your brother for money makes me look bad, right? Right? But if I asked you for a penny, I asked you to call your mom to get some help, man. Right? I didn't ask you for fucking money. I didn't ask you for a fucking dime.
That's why she was like that on the phone.
Okay, well, I didn't ask for no money.
Well, whoever's harassing my brother.
So
is
what
asking for
department, what police department do you work for out here?
money. I don't work for them anymore.
Okay, well, here you go. Here you go. He pulled his badge on me. He's an officer. He pulled his police officer badge on me. I'm just letting you know. You got it, sir. You got it. He said he has a problem. He's liked minors for 4 or 5 years.
Is this your address?
Yeah. Well, that one. Right there. Yep.
So that's your house?
That's my house. But anyways, then we were talking, well, his mom, somebody must have called him because I live streamed this. And he went to his truck, he was gonna drive off. I told him I was calling the police and he pulled his badge out of the center console and he's like, you're harassing an officer of the law. Pulled his police badge out on me. He told me he was a cop. Told me he was a security guard at first, but yeah, right now he just pulled out his badge of the center console and he's like, you're harassing a cop. He's like, back the fuck up. Got it all recorded where he said he was here to have sex with a 14-year-old.
Okay.
I got all the chat logs right here. I have one more phone right in there. I can grab it for you. It's the first like 6 where he says he's 14, where I say I'm 14 and he's okay with it. And then this,
you have one more phone?
you have another, well, it's another phone. It's a Grinder. It's my Grinder decoy phone. So
Okay.
that's how we met. But as soon as I told him I was 14, he wanted to get out of Grinder. He wanted to go to regular messaging because he didn't want, Grinder keeps record.
Okay.
So he was trying to go to messaging. So we went over to messaging and that's what I have all on this phone. So you're gonna see on here, this is where he asks.
And what's the paper?
That's just what he said. I just write it down so when I'm talking to him, yeah, and you can have it all. You sure
Oh, you
can.
don't need this?
No, not at all. That was just the big points that I'm writing down. Hey, how are you?
Can you grab a statement form? I'll have him fill
It's
out.
just that one.
The witness statement, if you could fill it out, just documenting everything that basically
Sure.
was here. If that one doesn't work, let me know.
Okay.
Is there any way to chat with you?
Sure, I can turn this off.
Oh,
I can just mute it right there. There you go. It's muted so they can't hear nothing.
That's okay.
It's fine.
I have some maybe helpful statements, but I don't really want to.
I really no, I turned it mute so they can't hear anything, and I'll put it down. I promise you. See it? I can unmute
You
it.
just unlive it and then go back.
I can't go back on, honestly. I'll lose them all. I can set it down. You want me to set it down?
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I promise. I'm for you guys. I'll turn it off. I will turn it off. I will turn it off. It was like literally that was it. And I said, yes, hit me up or something like that. And then I fell asleep. 11:30, he messaged me like, what are you up to? I didn't see that till today. So.
All right.
Officer Evans, you good?
Yep.
All right. We got everything we need.
Okay.
It's up to the DA.
All right.
Let them handle it from there. Okay.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate
Is that
you.
your car over there?
Yeah.
Viewer discretion.
This is Global Tel Link. Three-way calling is prohibited. All inmate telephone calls are recorded. I have a prepaid call from Mike Dunn, an inmate at Duval County Jail. Your account balance is $27.85. If you wish to accept this prepaid call, dial 0 and thank you.
Hello?
Hey, honey.
Hope you don't mind I called you back.
No, I'm glad you did.
So being in a room by myself kind of sucks, but I guess it'd be better than being in a room.
Well, you know, they probably wouldn't think too highly about what's going on, and so it is best, but I can only imagine. But your mom said she was sending you a book.
Yep.
And I don't know how she's going about
You
this.
know, I was thinking about this today, and I was like, I'm the victim here. I'm the fucking victim here. I was the one that was being preyed upon, and I fought back.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm like, so it's my fault because I asked them to turn their radio down.
Right.
It's like I got attacked, and I fought back because I didn't want to be a victim, and now I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I refuse to be a victim, and now I'm incarcerated. I somehow insulted these boys by asking them to turn the radio down, and for that they were going to kill me. I mean, it's absurd that they would do that, but, you know, they're violent.
Well, honey, I don't think we should talk about it anymore.
I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It's like they attacked me. I'm the victim. I'm the victor, but I was the victim too.
An ally has been slain.
In the late Friday afternoon of November 23rd, 2012, a young couple were getting married at the Winterbourne Inn, an impressive wedding venue situated along the St. Johns River. They held hands and recited vows in near silence as 50 guests looked on toward the scenic ceremony. One of those guests, sitting in the front row, was 45-year-old software developer Michael Dunn, the father of the groom. Sitting next to him was his girlfriend of 4 years and fiancé of 6 months, 45-year-old nurse Rhonda Rower.
Raise your right hand, please. The clerk's going to administer the oath to you. Right hand. There you go. Just relax. It's okay. Relax.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Miss Rower, do you know someone by the name of Michael Dunn?
Yes, I do.
How long have you known Mr. Dunn for?
About 4 years.
Miss Rower, what is your relationship to Mr. Dunn?
He's my fiancé.
Why did you and the defendant come up to Jacksonville on Thursday night for the Friday wedding?
Because we have a puppy named Charlie, and because
you usually can't check into hotels until like 3 or 4. And with the wedding being at 4, we didn't think we'd have time to get settled.
They had just drove 2 hours from their shared home in Brevard County, and their 7-month-old French bulldog named Charlie was waiting for them at a hotel roughly 15 miles from the venue.
And did you have anything to drink during the reception?
I had a glass of red wine, and then I had about 2 to 3 rum and cokes.
And do you know whether or not the defendant had anything to drink?
He had rum and coke as well.
Do you know how many drinks he had?
He maybe had 3 or 4.
They stayed for just over 3 hours at the reception, then reportedly had to leave early to go back to the hotel and take the puppy for a walk. They were staying at the Sheridan Hotel on Deerwood Park Boulevard, but as they were driving back, decided to pull into the Gate gas station on Bay Meadows Road at the last minute.
What was the reason for stopping at the gas station?
To get a bottle of wine.
And whose idea was it, Ms. Rower?
Mine.
Just before they got to the gas station, the car in front of them had the same idea and pulled in just before they did. The occupant of that vehicle would be known as Witness 7.
When you pulled up, was there an open spot to the right of the red Dodge Durango?
Yes, ma'am, there was.
Tell these jurors why you didn't pull into that empty spot next to the sidewalk.
Heard loud music. Didn't want to deal with it.
The Dodge Durango in question belonged to 18-year-old Tommy Storns, who at the time was inside the store buying cigarettes, while his 3 friends, Leyland Brunson, Jordan Davis, and Tevin Thompson, remained in the car.
At some point while the 3 of you are waiting for Tommy Storns to come back, did a car pull into the parking space on the passenger side of the Dodge Durango?
Yes, sir.
And is that the side that you were sitting on?
Yes, sir.
Driving that car was Michael Dunn, who uttered something to his fiancée before she went inside.
Did the defendant say anything about the music when he parked the car next to the red car?
Yes.
And what did the defendant say?
I hate that thug music.
And what was your response to the defendant?
I said, yes, I know.
What happened, Ms. Rower, after the defendant parked the car?
I gave him a kiss. I took $20 and I went into the store.
Mr. Thompson, while the 3 of you were waiting for Tommy Storns, did the defendant say anything to you or in your direction?
Yes, sir.
And what was that?
He said, "Can you turn the music down? I can't hear myself think."
And what did you do when he said, turn the music down?
I turned the music down.
When you turned the music down, did either Leland Brunson or Jordan Davis say anything to you?
Yes, sir.
Who spoke?
Jordan.
And what did Jordan Davis say?
Turn the music back up.
And what did you do when you got back to the Durango?
I opened the door, I danced a little bit to the song that was playing. I'm in the car.
Did you see or hear the driver say anything to Jordan Davis after Tommy Storns got back in the Durango?
Yes.
What was that?
Are you talking to me?
And how could you hear that?
Tevin turned the music down.
When?
When Tommy got back in to let him know what happened.
Did Jordan Davis say anything back to the driver when the driver said, are you talking to me?
Yes.
What did he say?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Please tell the jurors what happened next.
I heard someone yell, or someone say something very loud.
And what did you hear that person say?
Nope, you're not going to talk to me that way.
What did you see the driver of the other car do when Jordan Davis said, yeah, I'm talking to you?
He reached into his glove compartment.
It was a big silver chrome, either 9mm or a 45. It was a large caliber.
You recognize that?
Yes, sir.
Does that appear to be the gun that you saw in the defendant's hand?
Yes, sir.
And what did the driver do with the gun when he grabbed it from the glove compartment?
He was holding it and he cocked it back.
As you were walking to the register, did you hear anything unusual?
Yes.
What did you hear?
I heard pop, pop, pop.
Within 3 minutes of Michael Dunn pulling into the gas station, he fired a total of 10 shots into the vehicle next to him. The first 3 shots came through the back passenger side door, at which moment Tommy Storns hit reverse and backed up at full speed. The 4th shot missed, while shots 5, 6, and 7 came through the front passenger side door. The SUV then did a J-turn, at which point Michael Dunn got out of his car, took aim at the retreating vehicle, and fired 3 more shots into the back. The amount of time that passed from the first volley of gunfire to the second was exactly 4 seconds. Tommy Storns' quick thinking most likely saved multiple lives, as he took the car out of the shooter's line of fire midway through the first volley. Unfortunately, however, it wasn't enough to save everyone, as Jordan Davis had already been struck 3 times. He was hit in the leg, lungs, and heart, causing him to bleed to death in under 45 seconds. He was 17 years old. Roughly 20 seconds after the gunfire ceased, Rhonda realized it was her fiancé that had fired the shots, at which point she went outside to see what was going on.
And so I opened the door, and he said, "Get in the car." And I don't know if I said what, or if I said anything, or if I just hesitated. And he said, "Get in the car." But he was, he just had that sound in his voice, of urgency. Yeah. And so I got in the car.
You get in the car, he pulls out to leave. What's the conversation like in the car?
Well, I asked him, what happened?
Right.
That's what I said. I said, "What happened?" And he said, "I shot at the car." And I'm like, we're moving at this time.
Right.
And I said, "What car?" And he said, "The one with the music." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because they threatened to kill me." And I'm like, I don't understand, Michael. And I don't remember the exact words that he used, but it was like that they started to advance, and I reacted.
Okay, they started to advance and I reacted. Okay.
And then I asked him, I said, "Did you hurt anyone?" And he said, "No, I just shot at the car." And in my head, should I be telling you what I was thinking?
Yeah, I think
okay.
you've already told us.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, just tell me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in my head I'm thinking, you stupid ass,
Right.
what were you thinking? Why, would you do this? But I could see that he was already upset, and I didn't want to add to that.
Right.
So I kept those thoughts to myself, and I figured I'd just tell him in the morning.
Okay.
And
Is this all in the car? Or?
Yes.
Okay, this is all in the car.
And then by then we were back at the hotel.
Okay.
Michael then walks the dog, orders a pizza, and pours himself a stiff rum and coke before they both go to sleep. There was almost no conversation between them the entire night.
Just kind of walk me through kind of how the morning plays out.
So I got up, and I start getting dressed, and the news is on. And and I see the red SUV. Now, mind you, I had no idea what kind of vehicle they were in, but I knew it was red. And so I see the red SUV being towed, and all I hear are shooting, convenience store, loud music, and then I don't know if they said a person was dead or just one dead, and I said, Mike, and I turned around and he was standing in the doorway of the bathroom, and he said, "Yes, I saw." And then I said, "We need to go home."
Okay, so you get your car and drive home.
Yes.
Do you stop at all coming home?
No.
Okay, so you drive straight to the house.
Straight to the house.
What's kind of how does that all play out?
He just kept telling me that he loved me.
The whole drive down?
Yeah.
Were you guys really talking about it at all?
No, we were listening to the radio, and then he would, turn it down and just say, "I love you," and I know,
Okay.
but I'm dumbfounded.
Right. It's okay. Take your time. Take a minute.
And it was just it was a horrible trip home.
Right.
And so no, I didn't want to hear anything. And so I was just get us home, get us home. And then when I walked back in the house is when I got the call from you.
Witnesses at the scene of the shooting took down Michael's number plate, and police were able to track him down at his home in Brevard County. He was brought back to the JSO Police Department without incident, and immediately subjected to interrogation. It began at exactly 4 p.m., 22 hours after the shooting.
If you do answer questions, you have the right to stop answering questions at any time and consult with a lawyer. Okay. Do you understand those rights? Yes, sir. Okay. If you could just sign where it says signature, and by signing there, you're just acknowledging that I went over your rights with you and that you do understand your rights. Obviously, I just kind of want to talk to you about what occurred last night.
It's important to contemplate what the suspect is most likely thinking at this moment, as well as the character he is now trying to play. He wants to come across as the victim, who had no other choice but to take the action he did the night before, and needs to appear as rational, reasonable, and as considerate as possible. He knows that someone has died due to a situation that he initiated, and now needs to bend not only the facts, but also the perceptions of others.
So just kind of walk me through, just tell me from your point of view, what you guys pull up, you're driving, it's your car, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're driving?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's a Volkswagen, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. She's sitting in the passenger seat, no one else in the car with you, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Just kind of walk me through kind of what happened at that point.
Well, I'm embarrassed to say this, but got out, she's in the store, and there's like a SUV next to us, and then the music starts. Mm-hmm. And I roll down my window, and I thought it was polite. I asked them nicely, I didn't demand, or else I said, hey, would you guys mind turning that down? And they shut it off. Mm-hmm. I was like, thank you. Cordial. Right. Everything's cordial. I put my window back up. I'm doing my stuff, and I don't know how many kids are in that, but the windows are down for the back seat. The windows are up for the front seat.
Okay.
And the guy that was in the back is getting really agitated. And my window's up. I can't hear everything he's saying, but there's a lot of fuck him and fuck that and fuck that bitch. And then the music comes back on. I'm just like, live and let live, and don't need any trouble.
The detectives will entertain his standpoint for the time being. They will remain as neutral as possible as he recounts his own narrative. This is because they need him to divulge as much information as possible while he remains without counsel. The more detail he gives away, the more they will have to evaluate and possibly use against him at a later stage. They will almost appear to be agreeing with everything he says, which is for the purpose of encouraging disclosure. If they were to challenge him this early, it would more than likely prevent him from opening up.
And I don't know if they're singing or what, but it's like they're saying, kill him. So I put my window down again, and I said, excuse me, are you talking about me? And it was like, kill that bitch. And I'm still not reacting, but then this guy goes down on the ground and comes up with something. I thought it was a shotgun. And he goes, you're dead, bitch, and he opens his door. Mm-hmm. And I'm shitting bricks. But that's when I reached in my glove box, unholstered my pistol. I practiced this. I'm at the Fort Malabar rifle and pistol range. I'm an avid gun guy and all that. No military training or anything, but I have friends who are in the military that show me the
proper way.
Yes, and so quicker than a flash, I had a round chambered in it, and I shot. That's when I reached in my glove box, unholstered my pistol. Quicker than a flash, I had a round chambered in it.
The prosecution would later argue that if the suspect was so traumatized both during and after the incident, as he stated multiple times, he wouldn't feel the need to add dramatic pauses while recounting the event, nor add complimentary remarks to his gun handling skills. It's almost as if he can't help but boast about the shooting, despite being so allegedly horrified and shaken up by it.
Okay. Do you remember how many times you shot?
4.
Okay, just keep walking me through kind of what you remember.
I shot 4 times, and that SUV pulled out, and like I said, in my mind they got a gun, and so, not training, just I was still scared, and so I shot 4 more times. As they were fleeing? Yeah, trying to keep their heads down to not catch any return fire.
Okay. All right,
and that was it. I mean, I still didn't feel safe. I thought, there was another car. I didn't know. I mean, I'm in a strange town, in a strange area. I just had my life threatened. The love of my life is in the store. And she doesn't know what's going on. She come outside to see what was up. And I was just like, get in the car. We have to go. I just didn't feel safe there. In fact, we had plans, in fact, a fairly expensive bed and breakfast paid for in St. Augustine.
More unnecessary detail that someone distraught by a recent event wouldn't feel the need to clarify. If he genuinely thought he was as close to being killed as he stated, or if he was at all upset about the fate of the young man he had just shot dead, the fact that he missed out on a fairly expensive bed and breakfast would most likely be overlooked.
And, after what happened last night, and we're like, we have to go home and call the local sheriff and tell him what's up.
Well, where'd you go after when
We
you
went
left?
right to our room.
You went right to the hotel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't leave. We were just
Stay
like
in the hotel
sitting
room?
bricks waiting for another carload of thugs to come. I mean, I'd never been so scared in my life.
These exact statements were brought up when his fiancée Rhonda was interviewed 4 days later.
Michael said something in the interview that was kind of, he made a comment that you guys went back to the room and he was basically waiting on some thugs with guns to come to the room at any given time. When you guys got back to the hotel, did he take the gun out of the glove box and take it up to the room with you guys?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so you left it in the car.
I do believe so.
Okay. And then you go up to the room and he gets the dog and goes outside and walks the dog.
So he's so comfortable that even he'll go back outside and walk again without the gun with the dog.
I would have to assume so, yes.
Okay. And you guys just stayed in the hotel room at that point? Did you go anywhere else?
No, we ordered out.
Ordered
We got pizza.
Pizza.
The investigators have secured their baseline narrative from the suspect and will now slowly ramp up the pressure. They will begin to destabilize his thought process by inducing anxiety and then set traps for him to incriminate himself further. They essentially need him to panic, and as he panics, they will pose more calculated questions. However, they have to do this in a subtle and methodical manner, as if they push it too far, they could scare him into shutting down completely, or even into requesting legal counsel and ending the interrogation right then and there.
I know you're in a strange town, and you had this traumatic event happen to you, and I can understand that. Okay. The problem, I can tell you, where we start to kind of get a little wondering is by the time you say you get to your hotel room, you're calling to order pizza. Why aren't you calling us?
I wanted to come back to my hometown to do that. I shouldn't even left the scene, but I left the scene because I was still afraid for.
Okay, and I can live with that. Okay, I can live with that. You don't necessarily want to hang around right where the shooting happened because you don't know if these guys are coming back. I'm good with that.
Or if there are more.
But once you leave and you are away from that scene, and you've even gotten to a hotel room and inside your hotel room at that point, now it makes me wonder, because if you make a phone call, one, we find out, a lot quicker what's going on. Okay. The reason he and I haven't been to sleep since sometime yesterday is because we're trying to figure out, all we know is we got a dead kid in a car, okay, and we got a guy who shot and hauled ass. That's all we know. I mean, I'm just, that's where we start to get a little concerned. It starts to be, we can speak that I personally have had a case with an individual who was moving to Jacksonville, first day in Jacksonville, and got involved in an incident and felt threatened and shot another person and was in their car, and he drove across the street to another parking lot and got on the phone with 911 immediately and started walking police into where he was. you know, that's the way you, I mean,
I have nothing to say other than that.
There are other problems that we have too. When you began to shoot, can you honestly tell us that you ever saw a gun inside that vehicle?
I saw a barrel come up on the window.
He has now gone from saying that he saw a shotgun to now seeing a barrel come up on the window, and his emphasis while giving the statement was weak and unconvincing. If he had spoken with an attorney, his response to this question would have been that he without a doubt saw a shotgun, and his conviction to the claim would have been immensely forceful. It would make it far easier for his defense to create reasonable doubt within the jury, which the suspect has now made extremely difficult, and continues on to make it even more so.
Like a single shot shotgun where there's a barrel. I didn't see this part of the barrel, I saw that part of the barrel. And it was either a barrel or a stick, but sir, they're like, we're gonna kill you. And then they say, you're dead, bitch. I mean, I didn't wait to look to see if they were gonna point it at me. He reached down and picked it up. And then
who reached down and picked it up?
Well, hopefully it's the guy that I hit. Though it was.
Where was he sitting?
He was sitting in the rear passenger side.
Okay.
And that's the guy that was really agitated. And then that's the guy that I asked, are you talking about you're gonna kill me? Like I said, I didn't know what, you know. My window is up. He was saying a lot, but that's what came through. And I put my window down to ask him.
And the music is still playing at this time? And
Yes, but he is really loud and really animated.
Louder than the music that's bothering you?
Yes, well, the music was a nuisance at first. You know, with my car shut and the windows up, and you just hear the heavy bass. And like I said, I just said, hey, would you mind turning it down? And they did. They shut it off, which, you know, I said thanks. But it really wasn't an issue of loud music. It was an issue of them threatening my life.
But it started from me.
Absolutely, and you know, that's when I started telling you guys
was
I'm
playing
embarrassed.
when you pulled up?
No, it was not.
It was not?
So you guys pull in, okay? Now, when he pulls in next to the red SUV, is that correct?
That's correct.
It was already there?
Yes.
Correct, okay. And was the music playing?
Yes.
Okay, the music's playing.
Like we said, there's some issues that we have. I'll be the first to tell you there's no weapons in the car.
Put yourself in the suspect's position and imagine everything you had said up to this moment was truthful. You had just shot and killed a person, yet fully believed it was either your life or theirs. A legitimate and justifiable act of self-defense. Now imagine the outright shock and dismay you would feel at the very moment you realized that wasn't the case.
I don't know what you saw.
That's possible. When they drove off, they dumped it.
They never left the parking lot.
They circled around until they saw you leave, and then they drove right back. Because they saw you leave at that
They saw
point.
you leave and they realized their friend had been hit. So they never left the parking lot.
They came right back at that point.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
It's evident that he's unremorseful over the consequences of his conduct, yet also appears to be totally unaware of the magnitude of his own situation. He's far too relaxed, and the detectives ramp up the pressure once more.
Here's what has to happen. I know that from your position right now that you're going to do everything to protect yourself. And I can't say that I blame you for that. But we're going to need the total truth as to what happened. Not this story that I've had from 7:30 last night till 12 o'clock today to fix up. Okay, because the only thing that's going to make sense to us is the truth matching the scene. And there was the biggest problem we got, the first hurdle we got to get over is that there is no weapon in that truck.
Do you have a stick?
There was nothing found in or near the car that resembled a stick nor a weapon. The suspect is now trying to forge a narrative that his actions were justified due to his perception of a threat, regardless of if there was one or not.
Well, the second problem we have is that the last set of rounds, when the truck is backing away from you, and you put 4 more sets in it, 4 more shots into it, that's an issue. Because now, if it's backing away, it's no longer a threat.
Yes, sir, I understand that. In my mind, they had a weapon.
Okay. I can't shoot someone because in my mind they had a weapon.
Okay.
That's the problem. I mean, if I walked up to someone right now and I'm having a confrontation with them and I think they have a weapon, the law doesn't allow me to shoot him because I think he has a weapon.
Now, let me ask you this: when you pulled your gun out, say you're sitting in your driver's seat like that, straight ahead. How did you shoot? Did you shoot one-handed? Did you shoot two-handed?
Two-handed, like
two-handed, like this. You come across your body, okay, and you shoot the first. What you said, 4 shots is what you remember, and then they start backing out. Do you continue to shoot through the window, or do you reposition yourself?
I don't recall, but I do remember getting out of my car and taking, like, getting sideways, and I was, like, waiting for the wink, or...
But once again...
all this is...
Okay. Once again, if you think they have something, think they have a shotgun.
They had a shotgun.
You think they have a shotgun. You're going to get out of your car so they can get a good aim on you? Make any sense?
Well, at the time, I was doing everything on adrenaline and with no...
But I'm just saying, we're trained to, if we think something is there, to get out of the way.
To get out of the way.
Cover or concealment. So you're telling me that you thought they had a shotgun, but you got out of your car so they would get a good aim at you, is what you're telling me.
Well, I thought maybe they would shoot at the car and I wouldn't be in it.
But the car, your car's not shooting at them. You are. Why would they shoot at your car?
Shadow, they can't. Honestly, sir, I'm at a loss to justify what I did on the second volley, other than to say I thought they were going to be shooting back, and I was keeping them from doing that. And I was in such a panic.
So you get the gun, rack it, and then reassess?
No, I didn't reassess.
So you grabbed gun, rack, came up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you see him start to come out of the door of the truck. At that point, you turn to get your gun. Is that correct? You take it out of your glove box. You unholster it. You rack around, and you come back up on target.
Yes, sir. Fluid motion.
Okay. In the amount of time, he's starting to get out of the truck when you first start to go get your... But yet, by the time you come back and start shooting, he's still in the truck.
He's coming out. I think he saw what I was doing when it was running back in. I don't know. But
see, that's where I'm a little thrown off here. Okay? Because he is sitting in the back seat of that truck when he is hit. Okay? Because the bullet goes right through the door. 3 bullets went through that door. Okay? He wasn't hit standing outside the truck.
Oh no, I know I shot through the door, so driving him back.
How's he getting out of the door if you're shooting through it? You're confusing us.
All right. When the latch is coming off the door, that's when I went to do what I was doing with the gun. And when I came back, I'm firing.
When the latch is coming off the door?
No, when I got my gun out of the...
When you said earlier about when you see the latch, what do you mean by the latch coming?
Well, the door's opening and he's stepping out.
Okay, so and he's stepping out.
Yes, and then
And you go and reach, but by the time you come back and come up just blazing, somehow he's still sitting in the truck.
Well, maybe I'm not as fast with the whole thing as I think I am, but it was...
Or maybe he wasn't getting out of the truck.
No, absolutely he was.
This was refuted by forensics. The victim never got out of the truck, and the door was shut at the time the suspect opened fire. This was proven by correlating the angles of the bullets that came through the door alongside the entry and exit wounds to the victim.
You're saying you feel like you have a threat that this guy's got a shotgun in your view. Okay, so you think he's getting out of the car. Okay, so you turn to get yours. If he's unarmed, which he is, why is he going to be?
I don't know. Maybe
now
he thinks I'm unarmed. The sad fact of it is he's telling me he's going to kill me. You're dead, bitch.
Because you asked him to turn the radio down?
See, that's the part where I don't understand.
And you know what? And I'll tell you,
they were getting really agitated.
I understand it because believe me, we deal with guys who you ask them to turn their radio down, they would get out of the car and shoot you. We deal with those kind of dudes all the time.
Here's what I can almost bet you a year of my salary on. When you got into a confrontation with those guys, a man of your stature, if there was a gun in that truck, they would have shot you. They wouldn't have had to get out. They would have shot right through. They would have shot from the truck just like you were shooting from your car. People don't get out of the car to be seen when they're shooting someone. They're going to shoot you right inside that truck.
Right. I mean, he's getting out of his car. We're this close to each other. He was getting out of his car after repeatedly telling me that he was going to kill me. So, is he going to bite my ear off or shoot me with a shotgun? I wasn't too concerned about how he intended to do it.
If you thought he had a shotgun, you most likely would be concerned with how he intended to do it. You would be likely more concerned with being shot with a shotgun as opposed to having your ear bitten off.
Now, and I'll tell you this. We talked to the other guys in the car, and they will all admit, they will all tell us he didn't like the fact that some stranger is telling him to turn his music down. He's 17. He's a teenager. Okay, you know what teenagers are. They're a little hard-headed sometimes, especially when they're out on their own. And did he throw some F-bombs at you? Basically tell you to go fuck yourself multiple times? Absolutely. They said, yep, he was jaw-jacking back and forth with that guy. But at no time did any of them say, well, okay, he did say he was going to kill him. Because it makes no sense, because what's he going to do? He's not armed. What's he going to, I'm going to kill you and get out of a car. And we're talking about a kid. You know how many times that kid's been to jail? Never. He has no history of violence, and it's not like we're getting some street thug.
All this kid has is a truancy in school.
We're not talking about a violent kid here. He has no track record. There are guys in Jacksonville I'd go, okay, I believe that, because they got track records. This kid ain't got no track record. The kid sitting next to him doesn't have a track record. The kid sitting in front of him doesn't have a track record. None of them do. These aren't violent guys. They pull up so the driver can run in and buy cigarettes. It's the only reason they're even there. They just got back from going to the mall. That's it. So I have a hard time buying how I can totally see him talking shit to you. I can see that. But to take it to a level that he's threatening to end your life when he can't. There's no way he can. He doesn't have anything.
I didn't know that.
I know.
That's all the reason that you're not knowing that is all the reason why you took your next step too far.
Yeah, the problem is you went from 0 to 100 without ever getting to 50.
I have a guy very irate saying he wants me dead. Well, if the other guys aren't corroborating, I'm sorry, but that's
and understand too, there's people in the parking lot that can hear what's going on too.
Not one of them. We have what's called independent witnesses.
Yeah, not associated.
I understand. I wasn't sure that I heard him right. That's why are you?
Mm-hmm.
Is this directed towards me? You're going to kill me?
And that happens to be an exact quote of, "Are you talking to me?" That was an exact quote. The guys in the truck said. He said something to the effect of, "Are you talking to me?" Yeah, so that's dead on. Yeah, he was talking to you. He's basically telling you to go fuck yourself, and I'm going to turn the music back up.
Yeah, no, the music was already up, and he's talking, kill the guy.
I just can't understand, if the music is up to the point where you're asking them to turn it down, how can you also hear the conversation that they're having? It's not making any sense.
He's livid. He's not talking. He's yelling. And my window's up and I can hear him. I'm not making out all the words. But then I hear, kill that son of a bitch, or kill that motherfucker, I think is what he was saying.
How do you know it was him saying it?
Well, when I put the window down and I asked him, he said the same thing. Yeah, kill a motherfucker. And then when he was opening his door, that's when he said, "You're dead, bitch." And when you say he didn't have a weapon, he's on the ground and you put something up on the thing and then gets out. I thought it was a shotgun, or a stick, or some kind of weapon. But he's confrontational and using words like, "I'm going to kill you and you're dead." And I didn't know he's 17. I thought he was a full-grown man. And I don't know how many kids are in that, but the windows are down for the back seat. I didn't know he's 17. I thought he was a full-grown man. I thought they all were. And in my mind, they're all going to get out of this truck and shoot me or beat me or
had that been the case, we would have a different argument. Had anyone been out of the truck, walking towards you in any type of threatening manner, we would have
we were parked right next to each other.
Yeah,
so there was no walking. It was him getting out and then he was an arm reach from me.
But here, those cars are so close to each other, though. Him getting out, it's going to be hard for him to get out because he's back away from you. His door opens up. He's actually going to be shielding himself from where you are because you're closer up to the driver.
All these things you're saying are great, but I didn't analyze all these things. I got the shit scared out of me.
I know.
And some guy is coming at me, telling me what he's going to do or wants to do. I reacted. I'm sitting here telling you guys I was in fear for my life. I honestly was. I have so much going on in my personal life. The last thing I want to do is be in trouble. I don't want to cause you guys a sleepless night. I don't want to lose my freedom.
He reverts back to this premise multiple times. He continuously associates these two reasons with the notion that he wasn't the instigator, yet not once does he mention that he wouldn't want a teenager to lose his life over a verbal altercation.
This is what we do. Don't worry about that. This is what we do.
Well, I mean, the last thing I'm looking for is trouble. The last thing. Sir, from where I was sitting, a shotgun was coming up at me, and so I don't want to sound like an asshole, but if it happened again tomorrow where a shotgun was coming up, I think I would do the same. I hope I would
and you know what,
not be
Mr.
afraid
Dunn?
to do the same.
If there was a shotgun coming up at you, we would expect you to do what you did. The problem that we have is that there is no shotgun. That's the bridge that we got to get across. You keep dwelling on the shotgun as if there was one at the scene. If there was a shotgun, a BB gun, any type of gun at the scene. Hell, if it was a water gun that was black that looked real at the scene.
Like I said, it was a barrel. Could have been just a stick, but I mean, it was.
Could it have been your imagination?
Well, no.
He said no with a rising intonation. The way in which he said the word doesn't correlate with its message. The intonation was more matched with the word maybe.
Well, no.
The pressure he's under is causing disorientation in his critical thinking. He was unable to process the adjustment in his thoughts to his words quick enough, and that's why they came out mixed together.
I mean, anything's possible, I guess, but him coming out of his car was not my imagination. And it was right after I saw that he started coming out of his car and saying, "You're dead, bitch."
When you went and grabbed your gun, racked it, and came back around, what were you shooting at? Did you acquire a target or did you just start shooting?
I shot at the door.
Which door?
The rear passenger.
You shot his door?
Yes.
Okay.
What was the purpose of that?
Saved my life?
From the door?
No, he was coming out of his door, and then I guess he went back in it, but that's where he was.
I just
Prior.
Hypothetically, you and him exchange words. He opened the door to go in the store to use the bathroom.
He wouldn't have said, "You're dead, bitch," and then...
I'm just saying.
Well, then I guess I would be in trouble if that was the case. But that's not what happened.
We are so lucky. Really? There should be 3 of those 4 should have been hit. 3 of those 4. You could have 3 dead guys right now. Okay. Luckily for the guy in the front seat, his door stopped the bullets. They entered the door, but they didn't go all the way in because the front door's got bullet holes in it. Okay. And there's another one you shot when you were doing the suppression fire, basically, to keep their heads down as they're driving away. You put one in the back of the car. There's several shots directly into the rear of the truck. And one of them comes zinging in through the back and goes right up and hits the sun visor where the driver is as he's driving out. Didn't miss his noggin by much. So we could very easily have 3 victims at this point. Luckily, those guys didn't get hit or any way, shape. They're all fine, except for the poor guy who's pretty much was dead right there. It didn't take him long. He was gone. We see a lot of scenarios, and we deal with threatening situations. I mean, it's not, we deal with them all the time where somebody defends themselves. I mean, we do. And there are clear-cut cases where you go, yep, sure did, buddy. You defended yourself. Have a nice day. Unfortunately, this is not one of them.
I'm not feeling so hot now that you guys are...
Unfortunately, we have that effect. Sometimes.
Well, I don't mean sick. I mean, I actually am starting to be sick in my stomach. I don't know how I can express to you guys that I was in fear for my life. I've never been so scared in my whole life. I've been mad and my hands shake, but I was so afraid that I didn't have time to think. I only reacted.
What did you see the driver of the other car do when Jordan Davis said, "Yeah, I'm talking to you"?
He reached into his glove compartment.
It was a big silver chrome, either 9mm or a 45. It was a large caliber.
And what did the driver do with the gun when he grabbed it from the glove compartment?
He was holding it and cocked it back.
I heard someone yell, or someone say something very loud.
And what did you hear that person say?
Nope, you're not going to talk to me that way.
Do I need to get a lawyer? I mean, it sounds like I'm in deep shit.
Well, that is up to you. We have a warrant. Duval County issued a warrant for your arrest for murder and attempted murder. Okay, that's what you're being charged with right now. Okay, just the first step in the process.
The way I see this was I was scared for my life, and I fought that. And you guys are seeing this as murder.
This is where we're at right now. They'll process you here first, but I'm not sure how long it's going to take you before they got to go through all that kind of stuff. But you will be brought back to Duval County. Like I said, this is a start.
Is there any opportunity to bail?
There's no bond. There's no bond on a murder charge in Duval County. It's just standard. They don't allow it.
Is it automatic that it's a murder charge when it's self-defense?
I'll explain to you how it works on our end. We do our investigation. We get our facts. We have a prosecutor from the state attorney's office with us who sees all the facts, sees the case. We confer with the state attorney's office, say these are what we have as facts of this case, and they determine, yes, we believe there's enough to issue an arrest warrant at this point based off the evidence we have, and that's why we obtained an arrest warrant.
I really didn't know that I was being charged with murder and attempted murder. That sucks.
I'm sorry we had to meet under these circumstances.
Me too. I mean, if there was, there's probably about 5 things I could have gotten done differently last night, but it's unfortunate it turned out the way it did.
Okay, well, I'll get with the guys here and we'll get you in, use the restroom for you, okay?
One day there'll be a reckoning.
He was remanded into custody at the Duval County Jail, where he remained for 14 months awaiting trial.
Did you ask the guys in the red SUV to turn down that lease?
I did. I said, can you turn that down, please?
What was the response from the red SUV?
They turned it off.
And at that point, what did you then say?
I said thank you. Very soon after, I start hearing things like F him and F that, and...
Does it escalate?
Well, the music came back on. Now it got ugly. After hearing the something something cracker and this and that, I hear, I should kill that motherfucker. Here, I should fucking kill that motherfucker. And now he's screaming. There's no mistake of what he said. That is what he said.
Notice the considerable increase in both emphasis and conviction when making his statements. His lawyer has now instructed him in how to respond, but unfortunately for Michael, the jury had access to his interrogation where he was asked the same questions.
The guy that was in the back is getting really agitated. And my window's up, I can't hear everything he's saying, but, there's a lot of fuck him and fuck that and fuck that bitch. And I don't know if they're singing or what, but it's like, they're saying, kill him. So I put my window down again. I put my window back down and I asked, are you talking about me?
Now, what was the response when you said, are you talking about me?
He reached forward and picked something up and slammed it against the door. I didn't know what it was at first, but when he said, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you, I look and I'm looking at a barrel. He's showing me a gun and he's threatening me.
What happens now? What did you believe was about to happen to you?
I thought I was gonna be killed, but I still didn't go for my gun at that time. I was just like going, oh my God. Where is all this hostility coming from? And it was at that point where he said, this shit's going down now.
Not once was this mentioned during his interrogation. It seems to be a poignant recollection when stated here, which would arise suspicion as to why he failed to mention it earlier.
In your wildest dreams, could you fathom being in that position over a common courtesy?
No.
Okay. Now, at this point, what's going through your mind when he said, this shit's going down now?
This was a clear and present danger, and I said, you're not gonna kill me, you son of a bitch.
Okay, and as you said that, were you looking at him, or were you now moving to get that fire?
I said that as I was retrieving my pistol.
Could you show the jury exactly what you did?
Well, if we say over here is my glove box, I'm looking out the window, and I said, you're not gonna kill me, you son of a bitch, and I shot.
Okay. And do you even recall how many times you shot?
I do not. Kind of was in a fixed position with the tunnel vision. I didn't realize the SUV was moving. I was still aiming at the rear passenger, and it didn't register that the car was backing up.
Okay. And at some point, you realize now there's no more red door in front of your face?
This is where Rhonda starts coming into my mind, because I know she's heard the shots. I know Rhonda. It wasn't just my life I was worried about now.
And at some point now, do you see that SUV actually drive towards a different direction or try to drive away?
It did, and this is where the now they're back in line with, if they fire on me, they'll hit the front door, and this is where Rhonda comes out.
What was your purpose of firing towards the back of that vehicle?
I was worried about a blind firing situation where they would, shoot over their heads or whatever, and hit me or hit me and Rhonda. I stopped firing when it appeared that the threat was over.
And how long had you been with Miss Brower?
3.5, 4 years.
Did you have a serious relationship with her?
Absolutely, she's my fiance.
Okay. And were you living with her at the time?
Shut down.
Yes, we were.
Was this dog kind of your guy's child?
Yes.
Okay. And what was his name?
War didn't change me.
His name is Charlie.
The defendant just got emotional over his supposed gallantry and undying love for his partner, and now accelerates this emotion for the purpose of expressing how much he loves his pet. In his mind, he is exhibiting appealing human traits to the jury, coming across as a man of clear nobility and selflessness, who only protected the woman he loves from a perceived imminent threat, while also being a gentle soul that sheds a tear at just the mere thought of his beloved puppy. The thing is, the defendant only has tunnel vision with regard to himself and his own perspective. The jury, on the other hand, will be looking at the big picture. Rather than perceiving this emotion from the viewpoint the defendant wants them to, they may see it as a contrived and narcissistic attempt at elevating his own character. He has now shown the jury that he has the personality type to get emotional, and this emotion comes out as he self-describes his valiant conduct and gentle spirit, yet not a shred of emotion was displayed as he described the exact moment he took the life of a young man.
Mr. Don, you love Rhonda Rao.
Yes, sir, I do.
You love her a lot. Right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Right. And when she got into that car, she asked you what happened, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you telling this jury that on the way back to the hotel, you told Rhonda Rauer that the boys in the car had a gun?
If I told her on the way to the hotel, I told her several times at the hotel. I told her several times on the way home that this was self-defense.
That wasn't my question. From the time you left the gate station to the time you got back to the Sheraton, how many times did you use the word gun to describe what the boys, let me finish, what the boys in the car had?
I couldn't tell you.
Was it more than one?
At least one.
Mr. Dunn, the truth is, you never told the love of your life that those boys had a gun.
You weren't there.
Did you? You did tell her that?
I said you were not there.
I get that. I know that. The truth is, you never told Rhonda Rauer they had a gun.
That is incorrect.
Remember to speak loudly into the microphone so everybody can hear you, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Miss Wolfson.
When you came out of the gate gas station and you got into the defendant's car?
Yes.
Did the defendant ever tell you he saw a gun in that red SUV?
No.
Did the defendant ever tell you that he saw a weapon of any kind